Howdy, and welcome to Book Your Give Here. We're Travel That Gives. I'm Lulu Lima, your chief travel guru. I hope this episode of Dream Now Travel Later inspires you to travel, and I invite you to give us the opportunity to help plan your next memorable trip. So grab your popcorn and enjoy.
Excited to have you here on this Friday afternoon for an extra
special.
Yeah, it's totally special because we are talking about Fort Lauderdale. Caitlin is with me today. She is my go-to for everything that's Fort Lauderdale. And I wanted to introduce you guys to her because I thought that she would be a great opportunity to give you little insights, some of her secrets, and all that jazz. So with that, I'm going to give Caitlin the jazz hands so that she can go on the floor and start talking about Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate the invite today. And I always jump on any opportunity to be able to talk about one of my favorite places in the world, Greater Fort Lauderdale. You know, I'm originally from Maine. I'll give a little shout out because I do love Maine. But I've been here for over 20 years now, and I call Greater Fort Lauderdale my home. And I love every opportunity I get to talk to anybody about what is so awesome about Greater Fort Lauderdale. So yeah, let's do this. It's a great Friday afternoon. We can, I think if you go on Visit Lauderdale, our social media, Visit Lauderdale, you'll see like happy hour times and all kinds of fun creations. Everybody's being so creative right now. So.
Of course, and we absolutely need it. So with that, I'm going to go into presentation mode.
Perfect.
And you can easily talk to us about all of the amazing pieces of what's on the horizon.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, you know, a lot of people think they really know what Greater Fort Lauderdale is. They're like, yeah, you know, it's where the old people live, or, you know, they go there to retire, or that's where all the spring breakers went. We get that all the time. Or, you know, they get on a cruise, which I hope many of you have done that before too, because we have an amazing cruise port. But we also have so much more. And I think this is such a great opportunity to talk to you about, you know, what's coming up. What are we doing here in the destination? Of course, we're doing A to Z with all the preparations to make sure that all of, you know, that you are welcomed, you know, and you feel safe and you feel clean and sanitized, and all of our hotels and everything like that are top notch. But, you know, I wanted to talk to you about, you know, what are you going to do when you get here? Why do you want to choose to come to Greater Fort Lauderdale? You know, you have so many great domestic destinations to choose from. But why would Greater Fort Lauderdale be your choice? You know, we're gonna see some great pictures here, and these are all recent. These are all like only about maybe 6 weeks old, these pictures. So they're fabulous here, and we're talking a little bit about wellness and you know, food and you know, what you can do here, and wellness. You know, this is who we are. We believe that the water culture really, you know, refreshes the soul, renews the soul, and anywhere you're going to go, you're going to feel that vacation mode, right? And this is our wellness.
That's awesome. And we all need that. We've all been in quarantine for so long, and, you know, we're kind of figuring out, hey, what day of the week is it? And, oh my God, are we able to function? And, you know, or what pajamas are we wearing today? Well, how about, let's talk about what bathing suit we're going to wear next.
Yes.
And, you know, and I think that's an important conversation to have, because we really are, again, we're quarantined, or our mental state needs a refresher, and water just gives us that ability to recharge and reground.
It does. It's rejuvenating. It's fabulous. So I'm hoping these pictures are going to remind you of what is waiting for you when we get out of this mess here, hopefully soon. And one of the things are our Blue Wave beaches. We've got 23 miles of beautiful coastline just like this. You know, it's such a tease right now. If you go on our webcams on our website on sunny.org, you'll see all of these live captures of these empty, clean, pristine, amazing beaches. And they're here waiting for you. So.
Yep. And what's the government saying in terms of locally when beaches might be reopening with social distancing and all that kind of stuff?
I mean, you may have heard in the news, a lot of Florida is open right now, some of it, except for the 3 counties that we're in right now, we're in Broward County, which is essentially greater Fort Lauderdale. I represent everything from Hallandale up to Deerfield Beach and everything out west. So it's you know, quite a few areas per se, but it's technically Broward County. And we're not open quite yet, but we are seeing some restrictions being lifted kind of almost day by day, week by week.
Right.
And we believe, you know, the order for non-essential guests to be able to stay in hotels will expire May 15th. And we're waiting there to see kind of what's going to happen with that. But next week, I believe on Sunday, Hollywood Beach Broadwalk is going to open for exercise and things like that. So little by little, they're kind of, you know, our parks are now open, which they weren't last week, but they are now. So the beaches are almost there, but not quite.
Yeah. So this is a great destination for somebody who's looking for July, August, doesn't want to give up summer completely, especially for families before school starts and things like that. So we want to keep that in the radar. We can still plan ahead. It's, you know, it's a few months away and still have something to look forward to. So
right.
Yeah, like this. And I kind of waited because I knew that this picture was coming next, because this is really the epitome of the white sandy beaches. And as a reminder, this is a domestic destination that doesn't require a passport, so you don't need to worry about any of those moving pieces. And you know, it's a great opportunity. Again, let's just reconnect with Mother Earth. So
absolutely,
she's aching for us.
We gave her a little break, and now she's open and ready for us. Almost there, at least.
Exactly.
And you know, we put this in here too because, of course, we've got the beaches, but we also have our nickname, which, in case you didn't know, a little bit of trivia, is the Venice of the Americas. And yes, there's a Venice Beach, California. We're very different from that. We are the Venice of the Americas because we have all of these beautiful waterways. So when you come here to Greater Fort Lauderdale, you're really going to be impacted by all of the yachts and the boats just out there all the time. You know, we have, I think it's over 45,000 registered watercrafts, you know, at any given time. But it's probably more than that because those are what are registered here, you know, but then we've got them coming up from the Caribbean sometimes, coming down from other places. But there's just a lot of beautiful yachts out there, and it is just breathtaking.
That's awesome.
The scenery.
And it's fun. It's fun. The Venice of America. So it's a way to kind of, you know, make you think of those moving pieces.
Yeah. And, you know, if you can't get to Italy right now, we also have like gondola tours. So we've got water taxi. We've got these. You can rent a big yacht like this. You could go on a water taxi, or you could go out on a little gondola as well. So there's a lot of ways to get out and explore the waterways. And we got to put this picture in here. I believe this yacht is Steven Spielberg's. Yes.
Well, this is beauty, let me tell you.
And this picture is right across the street from 15th Street Fisheries, which is a great restaurant that has been open for years. It's one of the oldest restaurants in the area. And you can arrive via water taxi, floating tikis. That was one of the first slide I had in there. Even, of course, you know, drive there. But they have great water views on the Intercoastal. And like I said, they've just been open for years. So a great reputation.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, the iconic here. We put this because this is really the iconic Las Olas, the Riverwalk, and the water taxi. A lot of people do associate Greater Fort Lauderdale with the water taxi because it's a great way to get out and see the destination. You know, and they're open right now. They're doing private tours right now, like as we speak.
And that's awesome. So it's a really great opportunity to at least, you know, do some social distancing and still keep your eyes, you know, viewing something a little different other than the day-to-day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is a great aerial shot.
I know there's two of them. I was like, which one? You know, can I change it, put it out there horizontally? I was like, no, I'm just going to put them both because they're fabulous. And this is another way to see, like, these are the waterways. This is what you're going to be seeing, you know, in all different areas of the destination. The one to the right is by the port. The other one to the left is by the downtown area on that Las Olas. So just some cool things to think about when what you're gonna see when you're coming to visit us.
Awesome. And now, of course, you've got the Everglades, which is super amazing. It's an opportunity to see that wildlife. So for those guys, you're homeschooling, you still need that science class. Here's a great way to make it a live science class. The Florida Everglades are just absolutely awesome.
Yes. And you know what? I need to mention this too, because that's a great point. Anybody that is homeschooling right now, we do have a junior ambassador program on our website where we just created it. It's a new curriculum for elementary students, grade 3 through 5, and then middle school, 6 to 8, where you can learn a little bit more about Greater about travel, but also about like the Everglades and so we have math lessons, we've got science and civics for middle school and things like that. And you can become a junior ambassador. They get a certificate and postcards in the mail and fun things like that. So definitely check that out if you have any homeschoolers, and definitely come, of course, after to the Everglades because it's a breathtaking experience. I never get tired of it. I love going out on these airboats. I've been out probably 100 times and I never get bored. It's just so relaxing, beautiful. We don't always see gators, but I think 8 times out of 10, I've seen gators. And if you're not going to see gators, you're going to see beautiful birds. You're going to just see a gorgeous scenery. And it's just very tranquil, and you're out with the nature and in a very unique spot of the earth.
Science and wellness mixed together. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about diving and snorkeling. A lot of people don't always associate Fort Lauderdale with diving.
They don't.
And so here, you have that itch to go diving and you don't want to go that far away. Well, here's an option.
Absolutely. Thanks. Yeah, it's true. So many people just don't even know that we have snorkeling here, or diving, really. A lot of people probably assume we have some snorkeling because of our beautiful, crystal clear water. But the diving, we have over 17 different shipwrecks right off the coast of Pompano Beach. So, it's a really quick flight. You can drive down, you can be out there just about a mile off the coast. You're going to be able to go out and explore some great diving areas. So definitely check that out. We have more information on our website, but it's a great little getaway and someplace to explore that many people just have never even thought of for diving.
Yeah. And guys, if you are already certified or if you need certification, I do work with a number of different companies that will help so you don't have to bring your equipment with you.
It's great.
And of course, because you're on the water, there's so many sports that are available and they're available mostly all year.
Yes, absolutely. All year. I can't even think of any that wouldn't be around year round. We've got the fishing, and this is kind of a dark picture, but I love it because it's real. It's just, people go out so early to go deep sea fishing and they come back late. And, you can go out fishing in the Everglades. There's like bass fishing tours available. And of course, the deep sea fishing and just going out into the ocean. There's a lot of great places that offer these fishing trips. So don't forget about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, a lot of people haven't really thought that there's all this art and culture and nightlife and all of that in Fort Lauderdale. They always associate Miami with that. So here's an opportunity where you guys actually can take a look at, being on the Riverwalk, checking out museums, the Hard Rock, especially with the new hotel that they've built, which is really in your backyard.
It literally is.
And I didn't know about the graffiti. So you want to talk to me a little bit about that and kind of...
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's really true. So many people just haven't ever associated any of this with us. A lot of people just don't have the time, to take, on their vacation to explore the destination, or they come in and out for pre and post cruising. But now's the time really to get out and explore a little bit more. A lot of that art and culture has kind of moved up from Miami, and it's kind of bleeding into our area as well in a great way. And we have our downtown. We've got a couple different districts really. Hollywood is a great graffiti and downtown mural area. They've got tours every Saturday. And then in the downtown Fort Lauderdale area and in Pompano Beach. So they're really kind of popping up in a lot of different areas. So it's nice to see that movement.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys are certainly picking up a lot of where the Miami scene started, and now it's kind of becoming your own. So
yeah, exactly. You know, a lot of people say, like, what's the difference between you and Miami? And we're very similar. We've got the same beautiful coastline. You know, we've got a lot of the same culture. We have over 140 languages spoken in Greater Fort Lauderdale, and people just, you know, wouldn't necessarily think like that. But we've got a lot of art, you know, great restaurants popping up, amazing chefs and things like that. You know,
great live street music, and
yes,
here.
This is downtown in Las Olas. We've got Jazz Sunday once a month, and they do like a Sunday brunch, but outdoors, right on the Riverwalk in the downtown area. So definitely something to check out if you're in the area on a Sunday.
That's awesome.
This is a little bit of history too, right? So we do have that in the downtown area as well.
And we love to learn about all these unique little buildings and so forth, and why they're there, and how they're still there, and all of that.
Yes, I know. Through all the hurricanes, and this building is still there.
Yep.
In the town area. It's pretty remarkable.
Yep. So that's awesome. So now this is a cultural center.
Yes, it is. And we do have, we have a lot of, you know, theaters. We have the Broadway, the Center for the Performing Arts down in downtown in Fort Lauderdale. And this is Miramar Cultural Center, a little bit towards the west of the county. And we've got Broadway shows, you know, year round at many of these different theaters, one in Lauderhill Theater as well. So if you're itching for some performances from Broadway shows, ballet, opera, they're all there.
That is super sweet.
Yeah.
And here's just some of the graffiti art that we were talking about earlier. And again, there's great people who are doing some amazing things where we can actually go and enjoy and give our mind, body, and soul a disconnect.
Absolutely.
Because quarantine is, you know, mentally stressful.
It is, absolutely. And a lot of it is outdoors, you know, and a lot of these pictures, and that's who we've always been, right? Because of course, our beautiful weather and all of our natural resources that we have here really benefits us to be able to go out and explore in the fresh air and be socially distant, you know, if we want to be, and not have to go out of our way to do that. You know, we're itching at the seems here. We really want those outdoor markets back and things like that. And this is happening right as we speak, actually. So we can do the outdoor dining right now in some of the areas. And we're getting live video feeds all the time of the boats pulling up to these restaurants that are on the waterways and getting their drinks to go and getting their, you know, their lobster roll or their Floridian cuisine, whatever they want to order. But this is really who we are. All of this al fresco dining, and we have over 150 restaurants out in the water.
And that's awesome. And there's nothing like being out and, you know, eating right off, being outside, being by the water.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different ball game than even just sitting outside on a restaurant on a terrace and or even on the street. So, and here's some other great views of, you know, some of the other outdoor dining options.
Yes, this one is out in Pompano Beach, just opened about a year ago. There's 2 brand new restaurants right on the ocean. And, you know, this picture is not Photoshopped. This is what it looks like. And it's gorgeous. And they've got all these outdoor spaces, like I said. And then the views, of course, of the ocean, just gorgeous. So Beach House, I think, is one of them. And Oceanic. And then this is a really cool, you know, I was talking about the different cultures and the different art scene and all the different languages. This is called Regina's Market, and they do a Brazilian kind of themed dinner every weekend, and they actually are sold out until 2021. So I don't even know why the slide is in here, because good luck getting that. No, I'm kidding.
You know what, guys? You ask, we'll find a way.
Absolutely.
We'll find a way. You guys want to be there? You're making a trip down to Fort Lauderdale. We will do our best to find you a seat, even if it is the last seating of the night.
Absolutely.
So, and here's just some more great outdoor space. Some of the walking areas and things like that, and different. You can see the great menu for the avocado deli.
Exactly. So this is that yellow green market in Hollywood, and they have, so many different cultures represented there, of different kind of like food truck areas and kiosks. And it's such a cool place to go. And they sell like veggies and they sell fruits on the weekends, but then they also have all these different mini restaurants that have opened up there, and really representing a lot of the Caribbean countries and the South American and Latin American countries, have blossomed, and they're, doing all these mixes and really cool, great food and outdoors. So you can enjoy that, South Florida weather.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love the ecosystem, where just out of nowhere, you're going to find some, just beauty.
Yes, exactly. The beauty, and especially our parks. And I think this is a great time to kind of reconnect with a lot of our natural parks. And, all the studies are saying that the federal parks, the state parks are all going to be booming. And, we have a lot of county parks that are just gorgeous. And this is a picture here. I believe it's at Flamingo Gardens, which is not a county park, but it's close to it. It's a wildlife area and sanctuary. And, we have parks on the ocean. We've got parks inland where you can do kayaking, and you can do bike riding and bike paths and things like that. And it's just a great natural resource, and something that, Lulu, and we can work with you to connect you, to recommend what park to visit and things like that, because they're just gorgeous. Why not go out and see these beautiful sceneries?
Absolutely. And here's another great scenery. That you can totally experience. And again, it's in our backyards. So certainly we should enjoy its beauty, and make memories, not only for ourselves, but for our families.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think this one too is at Flamingo Gardens. My kids love to go there just because it's great for anybody that loves photography. You can get some amazing pictures there. The trees they have, what do they call them? I can't think right now. The champion trees, right? Like they're the biggest trees in the state of Florida. I think we had some of them at Flamingo Gardens, and some great stuff there. And this picture is at a state park, Porch State Park. And this is a little restaurant called Park and Ocean. So they have like live music, and it's right by the beach, but it's also in a state park, and they've got live music and burgers and beers, and it's just got this really cool casual feel. And it's right off of Fort Lauderdale Beach. So you can stay at some of those beautiful hotels right on the main strip of Fort Lauderdale, but you can also have this kind of really cool low-key experience as well.
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
So one of the beautiful things about your area is that there is year-round golf. So you don't have to worry about, am I going to be able to golf? The answer is yes.
Exactly. Right now you can golf too. Right now you can do that.
So that's awesome. Even during COVID, golf is open. So we know how much of an essential service this is, but it's also a sport that allows you to manage your social distancing. So this is something that, it again, very easy, and it keeps you outside, rejuvenates you, and it keeps you exercised. So it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, we have over 40 different golf courses too. So all different ranges and styles, and, different courses and things like that.
Yes. So this is the new Hard Rock.
Yes, it is.
And so for those of you guys who went to Super Bowl, you might have seen it. But for
I
those
bet you did.
for those of you who didn't, this is what it looks like, and it is a very iconic. Obviously, the whole guitar and how the rooms were actually created by the architect to make sure that there were amazing views all the way around. There's a lot of history in terms of the architect who designed it and the building of it and all of that. So, and with that comes a great casino.
Absolutely. They opened at the end of October. Thank goodness. And they, did an amazing business over Super Bowl. And we are so happy to have them here and open now. Of course, they're closed right now, but they're getting ready to open again. But they have like the pool. They have basically everything except for the beach at this new resort that they've built. So they decided to bring the beach to them, of course. So their pool, a section of the pool kind of resembles a beach experience. So they have some sand there, and it's just fun. We stayed there. My son turned 13 in December, and he loves music and guitars and things. So we treated him for a night, and we stayed there. It was an amazing experience. And they have a thing where when you're staying in the guitar tower right there, because they do have other rooms that are not in the tower. They have, I think, over 600 in the tower. But anyways, when you stay in the tower, you have the option to rent for free. It's included in your room price, a guitar. And it's like a Fender guitar or something. I don't know all the specifics, but it's really cool. They give you a book. You can choose like what color, and they bring it up and they set it up. And it's really cool. It's a neat little amenity.
Awesome. I wish I could play.
Somebody who learn. They even have like a little thing to learn it.
I'm opening up an invitation.
So we also have other casinos too. So we have this one, and then we have 5 other casinos in the area. So there's a lot of gaming, a lot of and they all have great restaurants and live music and other things to do as well. So
absolutely. So really, Fort Lauderdale, it's got a lot of airport lift because it is an international airport.
Yes, it is.
So you've got a lot of lift from all over the country. There are lots of direct flights, and so I always use Fort Lauderdale as my alternate for Miami, and I think that you always have the ability really here to explore. And now that you're exploring, now that you've learned a little bit more about what Fort Lauderdale can give you, maybe it's time to spend a couple more nights here and really just kind of take a look at, what other things can we do?
Absolutely.
So yes, we're going to take, you're going to go on a cruise, but maybe you add a couple of nights, maybe before and after.
Exactly.
So, and enjoy the taste. Fort Lauderdale also has, I want to say, a value proposition to it that Miami doesn't always bring.
Absolutely.
So have a little bit of that Miami vibe without the price tag.
Exactly. Thank you. Yes, that's definitely one of our selling propositions is the value that you're going to have. We're going to have some of the best hotels right on the same, like I said, the same coastline.
Right.
But at a little bit better price, you're probably going to find. And you know what? If you want to go down to Miami to have some of that, because you said you want to go to Ocean Drive or to go experience one of their nightclubs, you can do that. Of course, just get on Brightline, the new train service, or take an Uber down there for a little bit and then come back down because, of course, our surveys say the overall better experience here. It depends on what you're looking for, but it's, we have a lot to offer for sure. And a lot of the same style resorts and things like that.
Yeah. So, and so that's awesome. And obviously, as everyone's watching and, thinking about where they're going to go to next, this is really a great option for all of those moving pieces. So,
it really is.
And for those of you who are just kind of getting your feet wet going, gee, I'm not sure if I want to do a whole week away or things like that. This is really an opportunity to do maybe three nights.
Yes, we're a great getaway, a great little getaway vacation spot, 3-4 days. We've got really inexpensive, normally, lift into Fort Lauderdale Airport, FLL. I think over we supply over 50% of the domestic lift from the destinations. Out of Miami Airport, Palm Beach Airport, and ourselves, over 50% of the domestic comes out of Fort Lauderdale. So we've got some really good airfares there. It's easy to get here. Another one of our selling points is the accessibility, right? You're going to get into the airport and you're going to be at the beach in 10 minutes, and no.
You really can't. And that's awesome. So really excited. Caitlin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I loved it.
Yes, I love this too. And I'm so glad that we were able to make this work and really, again, highlight some of our beautiful domestic areas. And Fort Lauderdale is definitely one of them.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Namaste. Until the next time.
I love it. Bye. Take care.
Bye.